What's up guys, my name's Josiah. Thank you for coming to my channel today to check out another video. And lately I've just been trying to catch up on my movies and my TV shows, and through that process I was just really thinking about movie sequels. Movie sequels are a pretty tricky thing. Sometimes we have movie sequels that are really good and just elevate and expand on everything great about the first film. And then we have some that are really bad and we just kind of wonder why they bothered to make it at all. But, I think that there's like a little gray area, like right in the middle, where we have movies that deserve sequels and they just never get any. So, with that being said, I was just thinking about 5 movies that I think deserve a sequel, or I would like to see a sequel for. So, just right off the bat, starting at number 5, we have Bright. Now, I actually haven't watched this movie since it first came out on Netflix, so I'm a little fuzzy with the details, but what I remember, it's a movie where it's this world where orcs and fairies and humans just kind of coexist with each other, and Will Smith plays a cop, and his partner is actually an orc, and there's a little bit of tension there. They don't really like each other, or at least Will Smith doesn't really like him, and just the world building in this movie as they discover this mystery, or they're trying to solve this mystery, and there's other I think there's like elves in the movie, and but it wasn't the greatest movie I've ever seen, but when it was over, I was like, I would definitely like to see more. And for a second there I thought they announced that they were going to make a sequel, but I haven't heard anything about it in a really long time, if I remember correctly. So I think that movie deserves a sequel, and I'll probably rewatch it at some point really soon. Alright, number 4, we have The Other Guys. Now, I actually thought this movie was hilarious. It's like these two police officers that aren't really noticed or respected within their department, their precinct, and when the 2 top police officers tragically die, they see this opportunity to fill their shoes, to become the next top dogs in their department. And like what happens after that, in the movie, it's just a lot of really wild scenarios, and it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. I think it deserves a sequel, to see what happens when they do become the top police officers in the department. What happens then. But I think after having 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street, I don't think that it would be a good idea to try to make a sequel to a movie like The Other Guys. I think they're just too similar in that aspect. But number 3, we have Drive. I got my Drive poster up on the wall. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And yeah, I absolutely love every single thing about this movie. The characters, the story. There's a lot. I think in a way you could say it's a movie about your self-actualized, your actualized self versus your ideal self. I know there's videos out there about the symbolism of the scorpion on the back of his jacket, and that story he kind of references towards the end about the frog and the scorpion. And at the end of the movie we see him just driving off with a stab wound, and we just see him driving off with a stab wound to his gut, and we don't really know what happens after that. I think it would be cool to see another, a follow-up with him, either being on the run or going to a new city and kind of performing that vigilante role that he was already, doing in this previous city. I know that the director kind of thinks of Only God Forgives as kind of a successor to Drive, but I think what would be best would be a direct sequel to the movie instead of this movie that's not really a sequel, but it is. So yeah, hopefully, I don't expect it to happen, but hopefully it does. Alright, number 4, we have Blade Runner 2049. This is my favorite Denis Villeneuve film. I just absolutely loved the world, just the feel, just watching this movie and just taking it all in, this world that they live in 2049, and dealing with replicants and like the newer replicants, and there's that that really interesting story of the possibility of a baby being born of replicants and how that's not even supposed to be possible. What does that mean about, humanity and our future and the future of the replicants? And they really kind of ended the movie with this, potential revolution or uprising for the replicants, and with surrounding the child, and I know Denis Villeneuve said he would love to make another Blade Runner movie, but he said not like as a sequel to Blade Runner 2049. But I would really just want to see a sequel to Blade Runner 2049. I would like to see more in this world, but I want to see where this story goes next first. And my number one movie that I think deserves a sequel is District 9. Now, I absolutely know that we are going to get a sequel to District 9, which is District 10, but it's just been 12 years now. The movie came out in 2009. It's 2021, and this year is going to be ending in 4 months' time. So I think we're way past due on a District 9 sequel. This movie, I still remember the first time that I watched it. It just blew my mind. Not only is it like a really low budget film, but it still looks great. But there's a really interesting story there, and where it left off, it left me wanting more. We see at the end, Vicus, is about to complete his transformation into a prawn after he got exposed to that chemical substance on accident. And Christopher promises him that he's going to leave, he's going to go to his home planet and figure out a way to come back and to save his people. And when he comes back, he promises to turn Vicus back into a human being. And Vicus helps him escape, and he gets the space shuttle to move after 26 years, and that's it. We just leaves us waiting around for more. Does Vicus end up becoming a human again? Does he stay in his prawn form? We don't know. I'm not exactly sure about the details of District 10. It's been a while since I've read up on it, but more than anything, out of any sequel that I could think of, I want a sequel to District 10 the most. Well, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching this video. Which movies out there would you love to see a sequel for? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.